And let's face it, being inside the news has not been a particularly edifying place to be over the past few weeks. What a nauseating load of drivel has poured out of the mouths and pens of all those so-called conservative, centre-right politicians and balanced media commentators as they have fallen over themselves to put the boot into President Donald Trump. Depraved, reckless, disgusting, disastrous, a degenerate, dangerous, an autocrat, an agent of grievance, who is the enemy of democracy, a global hate figure with his narcissism, vulgarity and misogyny, and a demagogue who was never fit to be president in the first place. And that was the conservative media. Rather than actually addressing the policies of Trump and comparing them to the policies of Biden, lazy left-leaning commentators are simply trashing Trump and painting a ludicrously rosy portrait of Joe Biden. Ooh. Trump's polling figures are collapsing, but that's hardly surprising given the demonization by the press. But Trump's legacy is extraordinary, from unprecedented peace deals in the Middle East to bringing Iran to heel, from historic tax cuts to a pre-COVID booming economy, from unmasking the Chinese communist agenda to securing US energy independence, from the lowest unemployment ever for Hispanics, blacks and minority groups to standing up to pernicious identity politics. Indeed, the White House over the weekend released a list of Trump's achievements. I'd read them all out to you, but we'd still be here at midnight. Yet, Trump is now literally being erased by social media and his achievements buried by the mainstream media. At the same time, we are being fed a relentless junk food diet of what a wonderful President Joe Biden will be. A return to Obama-era normality, a true blue mate who once baked a cake for Julie Bishop. I wonder if he decorated it with 2 little red shoes on top. Even Kim Beazley has waded into the fray, welcoming Joe Biden's traditional Liberal Democrat agenda. Please spare me. Under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the initials U.S.A. look increasingly like they stand for United States of Apartheid. Under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the initials U.S.A. look increasingly like they stand for United States of Apartheid. In 2 separate speeches this week, Biden deliberately placed race and the colour of your skin at the heart of his presidency. Martin Luther King must be spinning in his grave. First of all, listen to this nonsense about Black Lives Matter protesters being treated worse than those idiots who broke into the Capitol building.
No one can tell me that if had been a group of Black Lives Matter protesting yesterday, they wouldn't have been treated very, very differently.
This is just nonsense. US police forces literally bowed down in subservience to BLM protesters on numerous occasions, taking the knee. Then came the announcement that COVID relief to small businesses would be dished out based on race and gender. Have a listen.
We're going to focus on small businesses on Main Street. We'll focus on minority-owned small businesses, women-owned small businesses, and finally having equal access.
So if you're black and your business is floundering, or a woman, you get the cash. But the poor, struggling white guy next door, he misses out, apparently. What could possibly go wrong with that idea, I wonder? Ron Klein, Biden's chief of staff, has said that in his first days, Biden's top priorities will include climate change and racial injustice, or to call them by their actual name, socialism. What we are actually being offered, not that you'll hear anybody tell you, is a return to the failed policies of the Obama era laced with hardcore neo-Marxist identity politics, a surefire recipe for failure. Today it was announced that Trump's brilliant Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, who brought peace to the Middle East, defanged Iran, stared down China. Well, he's to be replaced by, who could it be? Wait for it. Oh, yes, Wendy Sherman. Who? Well, Wendy Sherman brokered Obama's disastrous Iran deal and negotiated Bill Clinton's useless nuclear deal with North Korea. What a joke.